I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What do you mean, calm it down? It's a fight. Referees telling two fighters who want to fight to calm it down? He should calm down.
So he's like a clown in his show, man. He's not your guy.
Because Tyson Fury's back, and all you motherfuckers are under attack.
Look, Eddie Hearn can say all what he likes. Who gives a shit what Eddie Hearn says? It's garbage.
Are you off your tits? Have you been smoking something?
Can you let me retire and be happy? Please, just please.
Bombs away from the Bronx Bomber!
Wanda! Let's go, baby! Let's go!
I'm through. They put somebody else up and give me an interview.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You never give me a fair shake. HBO needs to fire you. You don't know shit about boxing. You ain't shit. You're not shit.
I wish I was 50 years younger and I'd kick your ass.
I got drunk, man. Are you kidding?
No, you won the fight.
OMG, I am so excited.
Any of you radio personalities think you want smoke? Call me Mr. Chimney. I want smoke.
Yes. What is up, MCR family? Another daily edition or live fight chat edition of the show. If you're joining us from the UFC 244 live fight chat, thank you for joining us again for Canelo Kovalev 2. It's a loaded weekend of fights and loaded Saturday of fights. If you're joining us fresh for the night, hit the like button, share the show, all that YouTube stuff. You know what to do. I am Matt, the Hipster Hunter. I'm joined, not usually for these boxing shows, though, the Anthony Walker of Shirdo.com.
Well, there isn't another Anthony Walker at Shirdo.
That's true. That is true. There's only one. And MMA On Point. Anthony, how are you, man?
I'm pretty good, man. I'm exhausted, but I'm up for some fights, man. So let's get this work.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fights today, man.
Yeah, a lot of fights, and I've had an exhausting several days.
Yeah, you've been moving and all that. If you've been watching fights, including the Matchroom card earlier today, you've literally been watching fights all day long, from like 10 a.m. to now. Literally a 12-hour day of fighting nonstop.
Shout out to everybody on the East Coast right now that is watching Canelo and Kovalev. So it is what 1:10 on the East Coast, 1:10 a.m. right now, and they are introducing the main event right now, and sat through an album's worth of national anthems beforehand.
Yes, at least it was a better album than Kanye's new album. But digressing from that point, I will say this. Obviously, last-minute thoughts on Canelo Kovalev. Both guys are about to be doing their ring walks and entrances. They're still doing tons of promo. I don't know why they're...
Like, we're here now.
We're here. The UFC fight's done, guys.
Let's go. Let's move the show along.
But digressing from that point, Canelo Alvarez, Kovalev. I mean, this is a really intriguing matchup. Sergey Kovalev is a guy that obviously is far bigger than Kovalev, a guy that has moved up 2 divisions after he's already moved up 3 divisions throughout his career. Add on the fact that Kovalev is probably the heavier hitter, obviously the taller, rangier fighter, future Hall of Famer, probably maybe a second ballot Hall of Famer. Canelo might be biting off far more than he can chew, especially if you look at the historical precedents of fighters moving up multiple weight classes for one fight in boxing, a la Rigo Loma, a la Kell Brook, Triple G, a la Amir Khan, and Canelo Alvarez himself. So there's a lot of historical precedent, I should say, for this not going well for the fighter moving up in weight class. However, Canelo is clearly, pound for pound, probably the best in the world in boxing. Seems to be peaking as a fighter, seems to be getting better with each fight as well. And Kovalev is a guy that, even though he had his career best performance against Eloy Alvarez in February, he did just struggle 7 weeks ago in a fight against upstart prospect Anthony Yarde, who really wasn't tested, though Anthony Yarde was much bigger than him, much stronger, and packed a lot of power in his punch. Maybe we're seeing a smart sort of matchmaking here from Canelo and his team, picking Kovalev as the target 2 divisions higher, because he is, let's say, longer in the tooth than Beterbiev and Vazjik and Bivol. But digressing, I still am leaning towards Canelo here in a win that is truly historic and shocking and should be a surprise, even though he is the betting odds favorite. Though, there's a part of me in my head, in my gut going, Kovalev might win this, and I might even edge him, because it's just history goes against guys on Canelo's side here. Anthony, again, I know you're more of an MMA guy, but your thoughts, last-minute thoughts on Canelo and Sergey Kovalev.
I'm kind of having flashbacks to Roy Jones challenging John Ruiz. Like when you
disrespectful of Kovalev.
Well, no, not saying it's a complete like for like comparison, but more so in the sense that a guy who is a pound for pound talent, a guy who has done a lot in the sport and dominated multiple weight classes, now sees a challenge that's much bigger than him, but it's kind of the perfect challenge. It's as favorable as a condition as you can expect going up for such a dangerous move up. So like Kovalev has shown susceptibility to the body shot. Canelo thrives in the body shot.
Yeah.
Those sort of pairings, and then the Anthony Yard fight that you mentioned, where he was expected to walk through Yard.
Yeah, he was,
and he didn't.
No,
And
not at all.
Very close to getting finished himself in that fight. So
yeah.
I think this is kind of the most favorable. And you look at the other options for Canelo to at least establish some more history, not a whole lot there. I mean, of course, there are names closer to weighting him, like the Charlo brothers or something like that. But without getting into network deals and everything that's intertwined, a win over Jamal Charlo just doesn't hold the same historical significance as beating Kovalev for a belt at a much higher weight class,
or even a Triple G trilogy fight, perhaps. I mean, this is. I mean, Roy Jones did it against John Ruiz, but John Ruiz was a WBA regular champion at the time, I want to say.
But it was a heavyweight belt.
Champion. It was.
So he could say that.
No, I absolutely understand the marketing ploy that fight was, but this is different on a completely different level.
This is a much bigger challenge.
Like I said, Kovalev's probably a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done.
And Kovalev isn't washed, really. He may not be the same guy that stepped in against Ward the first time, but he's not washed.
No, and I brought up the Elio Alvarez rematch in February. That was his career best performance. That was his first fight with Buddy McGirt. His style seemed to be all in place. His technique was in place. His game plan was there. It was a rejuvenated Kovalev. If he had gone into the Anthony Yard fight and really washed Yard, I don't think we would have this perception that this is we being the masses, it seems, because obviously the betting odds are favoring Canelo here. That the masses would view Canelo as the favorite, because I think that Yard fight is a little bit deceiving because Yard wasn't tested, and I think therefore people think that Yard isn't good. But sometimes people are just really great and they're not tested yet. Mm-hmm. And Yard might be that guy where he is a top 10, top 5 heavyweight, but he just happened to fight Kovalev kind of cold with no real step-up fight, and he lost, a la Lubin Jamel Charlo. Lubin having a great comeback and sort of rebound from that loss. I would not be surprised to see a similar situation here with Anthony Yard, with Kovalev, for example, right? But digressing from that, I do think Canelo is slightly the better boxer, I would say. Not slightly, obviously, the better boxer, but in terms of what he can achieve in this fight realistically with the style matchup, with the height difference, with the reach difference, Canelo has the style to really win here. He has the style to get off that center line, get in close, and really press the body. And that's been Kovalev's kryptonite for a very long time, and I think we've known that. Guys, call in 323-870-4051. Press 1 to get in the queue. International callers, Skype, Mixed Combat Radio. We might take calls in between rounds, depending how the action goes, all that fun stuff. Santiago is on the line. Santiago, I hope you're keeping track of our scorecards. Me and Anthony.
Okay, let me.
No, you don't have to. Santiago will.
Okay,
that's what Santiago's job is.
All right,
okay, thank you, Santi, for doing that.
Santi.
Yes, the homie, our associate producer. But guys, it looks like both men are finally getting ready to fight. I don't know. This has been the longest drawn out process.
Man, so much pomp and circumstances before they just actually start throwing punches at each other. It's come on, man.
I hate it in boxing.
You know what? Let's sing some more songs. Let's bring somebody else in and sing a little bit. We need more singing. That's what we need.
No, we don't.
You know what? Let's put another sporting event on the big screen. Delay for another hour. That's what's up. Let's go.
Canelo and Kovalev were literally taking a nap before this fight, guys. It's going to be interesting to see if that plays a factor. But both guys touch gloves. Corners are leaving the ring, going down that extra 3 steps. As Buddy McGirt expertly said, corners, we take that 3 steps down. Fighters, they take 3 steps in the ring. And I like that difference. That was really a good quote there from Buddy McGirt on the 40 Days documentary. But digressing, round 1 starting. Let's go. Kovalev taking the center of the ring already.
Yeah,
Curious,
popping a jab.
curious to see the game plan of Canelo. Canelo, obviously, a guy that can fight going forwards and backwards. In the first Triple G fight, he had a back foot defensive game plan, really evaded a lot of the shots of Triple G. Does he have that game plan here against Kovalev early, or does he press Kovalev like he did in the second Triple G fight and look to press the body, look to throw in combination, and really look to hurt his opponent? I mean, I'm going to be interested to see what game plan Canelo has here, because he could go both ways here, to be honest.
Yeah, but I just don't see him having much success on the back foot against the bigger guy.
I think he would actually have a lot of success. I think he could have success either way, to be quite honest. I think Kovalev is basic enough in combinations that if you're just on the back foot slipping shots, you can slip that 1-2 day in and day out, day in and day out.
You know, and as you said that,
and I would say this, Triple G, a far better body puncher than Kovalev. So that's why Triple G was far more efficient at cutting off the ring, cutting off that defensive work of Canelo in the first fight than I think Kovalev would be, because Kovalev, not really the best body puncher. He's a guy that really does headhunt with his jab, with that right hand. Gonna be interesting to see. Again, the game plan of Canelo. Canelo, though, pressing forward a little bit, missing a lead hook there.
A little bit. I mean, I think right now it looks like Canelo's just kind of trying to feel what he's, kind of feel him out, see what he's got to do. I mean, get a sense of his timing and his speed and whatnot before we really see what he's up to. But right now it looks like he's kind of taking that approach to stay just slightly out of range.
See what's up.
Yeah, wait for the end of those punches and then follow his hands back and throw his own.
Yep, I agree. I definitely think this is going to be a feel-out round, maybe in a couple rounds, because, A, Canelo has the better gas tank, so he should play the long game. And 2, you're facing a guy far bigger and stronger than you. It should be an adjustment period for a guy that big and that tall and that rangy with that reach, I should say, of Sergey Kovalev. It's going to take an adjustment period.
And I think and same thing for Kovalev, it's going to take an adjustment period to get used to the smaller guy who's faster and kind of using head movement and trying to get inside.
Kovalev, though, doing a decent job with the jab right now, just putting it out there. Good little right.
I mean, that's you got first thing. I mean, he threw 3 within the first 4 seconds of the fight. It's you got to establish that from square one. That's
1-2 there, right, Kovalev.
Yeah,
didn't land, but good.
Yeah, because as long as that jab is established, at least it gives Canelo that barrier to get through before he can do anything, whether it be fight off the back foot or fight coming forward.
And if you're Kovalev, you're out of range of that right hook of Canelo, maybe even the left hook of Canelo. You're out of range of certain shots if you just keep him on the outside of that jab. And then obviously Kovalev is not an inside fighter. He's a guy that wants to be on the outside, even if he didn't have the reach advantage. He's a guy that wants to be on the outside, finding shots and combinations. First round ending 10-9 to Kovalev.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Kovalev,
I think Kovalev wins that round
with the jab. Mainly.
Yeah, because he was more active. I see. It looks like we're seeing Canelo, figuring out what he needs to do, and I anticipate his approach being a lot different, or at least faster. A little more fury behind whatever he's trying to do. But yeah, you gotta. You can't go too crazy, I think, with this disparity in size before figuring out what time it is.
Oh, absolutely. Curious to hear what the instructions is from Eddie Reynoso, who's quickly becoming one of the better trainers in all of boxing. Look at just Ryan Garcia's co-main event performance, which we're going to talk about after the fight. Wow, first round knockout there. Digressing from that, second round about to start. I'm curious to see when Canelo ups the pressure. I think he's going to need to. I think Kovalev is too accurate and too active with the jab to stay on the outside. Because even if you're just evading a lot of these shots, like Canelo kind of did evade a lot of those shots in the first round, you're still just going to lose the round purely off activity if you're stuck in no man's land and you're just eating this jab.
Yeah, now I wonder if because Canelo likes to slip to the inside of the jab,
like that right there.
Yeah, where that's very dangerous against the bigger guy.
If the bigger guy can throw an uppercut.
Yeah,
and I would say this Kovalev doesn't have a good uppercut, though.
Well, I mean, but even the straight cross.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, but you have to, for a smaller guy, you have to angle it down. And Kovalev being a guy that doesn't really throw his body, I think he has a hard time angling down, to be honest.
Okay.
For a smaller guy.
Yeah, I can see that. I think he.
But I see your point. You're absolutely right, though.
Because that's a big factor to consider. Slipping to the inside is always dangerous.
But I do think Canelo does it in a way to sort of want to draw a reaction.
Yeah, he's maximized that. He does it better than pretty much anyone else I could think of. But still, it is a dangerous thing when you've increased the size and power of the opponent that's in front of you. Becomes more of a factor, because if you get caught, you might not recover from that mistake.
Interesting how Canelo is still walking down Kovalev, not being really efficient with his aggressive movement, not really throwing a combination, not really landing shots. Kovalev, I still think is getting the better of this round. Obviously, good low 1-2,
and he's not slipping as much. It's like he's just covering up and coming in, which
I wonder how much of this reach is bothering him.
Yeah,
it seems to be.
Yeah, and actually, where you saying about Kovalev not being much of a body puncher, this would be the perfect time to hit the body if you're Kovalev.
Yes, that right hand to the body.
This would be the perfect time to uncork that.
Ooh, good left hand to the body.
That's a very good one. Right to the liver.
Canelo. Ooh, another combination from Canelo on the inside to the body. Lights him up with the 3-piece. No soda, though. Gotta get him Asphalt. I'll reference in there. Shout out to Asphalt.
It looks like Nate drank the soda tonight.
Drank a fucking liter.
A 2-liter bottle of it.
About less than a minute in this round. Kovalev's still doing a lot of good work here, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Kovalev is not. I mean, I think I got him ahead in this round.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of shocked how good little defense there by Kovalev too.
Yeah.
Slipping out of the corner, reestablishing range. Ooh, misses that right hand though. Eats a counter from Canelo. Right hand to the body by Canelo. I'll say this up. Obviously, Kovalev won this round. I think he won it actually pretty handily. Though Canelo is in the last minute or so seemingly landing more shots, and I wonder if he's finally getting the distance down a little bit.
Yeah.
Good head movement there by Canelo, slipping the shots in combination.
Yeah, that lean back.
Combinations from Kovalev, man, just pitter-patting him.
Yeah,
just landing shots.
Give him something. Yeah, give him something to stop what he was trying to do.
Yep.
So
he's throwing out 70% power right now, but he's just throwing.
Yeah, you get that one to Kovalev also.
Yeah, clear 10-9 there for Sergey Kovalev.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how much of this is Canelo trying to figure things out, and how much is he, or maybe is he being stopped from doing what he wants to do? Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's still too early to tell.
How much of it is just a feel-out process? How much of it is Kovalev?
It's like, okay, how do I work my way around the obstacles?
Yes, negating the offensive movement or just movement period of Canelo. It's hard to tell still in the second round. Round 4, we should get a gauge of whether or not this is just happening and Canelo's really struggling here, or if this was just a feel-out process. 12-round fights, obviously you have that up and down, ebbs and flows of the fight.
He snuck in that lead uppercut too. Yeah, it looks like Kovalev getting more comfortable.
Mm-hmm. A little more loose.
Yeah. Like much more relaxed stance. And
I will say this, neither guy expending a lot of energy at this point.
Yeah.
So cardio is not a concern at this point in time. And neither guy's laying to the body, so that's also not an issue.
Well, Canelo's landed a few, but he hasn't attacked it. I mean, truthfully, Canelo hasn't really touched Kovalev a whole lot. Oh,
right hand misses by Canelo, but he tried to land that pullback right hand counter. I think this inactivity from Canelo here is bothering me. I just don't understand it, especially when he's eating a lot of these jabs. I feel like.
So I mean, if he's just constantly eating jabs, then we got to start thinking that Kovalev's jab is stifling whatever the game plan was. Which is exactly what Kovalev should be doing. Mm-hmm. He should have gone out there from the opening bell and popped his jab, and that's what's going on.
How are they saying that Kovalev has only landed one more punch than Canelo? What the fuck are these? This is why CompuBox is the largest piece of trash in existence.
Does DAZN own CompuBox? You know what I'm saying? That's wild. I'm sorry, that's wild. There's something wrong with my eyes.
He's landed more than 16 punches this round. And they've been all jabs. Like, what the fuck are you doing, CompuBox? Stop. That's why I don't allow people to bring up CompuBox stats on this show. Because, that's not any... That doesn't accurately tell me what's happening in this fight at all.
Yeah, stats in boxing and MMA just don't...
Combat sports, period.
Yeah, they just don't tell the full story.
No. And they often sometimes tell the inverse
Yes, exactly.
of like
Whoa,
what really
okay.
happened. Ooh, was that left hook
Yeah.
that landed?
The left
Ooh,
would look like landing. Okay.
good little combination there from Kovalev again.
Yeah. So
Both guys opening up a little more in this round. I like it.
yeah, yeah. So I guess Canelo, is he looking more comfortable, or is he figuring out I got to turn up the heat?
I think it's figuring out how to turn up the heat a little bit.
Yeah.
He might just have to force himself through these situations in this space because he's not really. Surprisingly enough, he is not slipping these shots as well as he did. Let's say even the Daniel Jacobs fight, right, where he's able to slip the jab of Daniel Jacobs quite well and outbox him for large portions of that fight. He's not outboxing Sergey Kovalev here.
Well, you know what? I think too. We just saw a few seconds ago there where Canelo looked like he kind of pulled back on a right hand. He was loading up, and you see a little hesitation there. Looked like he's quite concerned about the counters.
Which is surprising because I would not say Kovalev is a counter boxer. Like that's not him. So,
But you're still worried. Like if you're
obviously, I think. Well, like you said, the jab is powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kovalev has one of the best jabs in all boxing. So I think he is sensing the power just from the jab, probably.
And it's like, oh,
and that's
imagine
making him
what
hesitate.
What's that cross feel like? What's that hook feel like?
Yep.
So let me hang back for a second.
Agreed. Another round for Kovalev.
Yeah, definitely Kovalev.
Charles Barkley getting drunk in the stands right now. Shout out to him. Henny and Cranberry. That's what it looks like right there.
Right, what you say it was Henny and Cranberry. Hennessy.
That conversation we had.
Hennessy is not to be mixed. You drink that from a snifter.
Don't hate, appreciate.
You drink Hennessy from a snifter. That's the only way it's supposed to be done.
Digressing. Kovalev clearly winning this fight, in my opinion, all 3 rounds thus far. Canelo really needs to up the pressure, up the activity rate, in my opinion. Because when he does throw in combination, I think he is getting a little bit the better of it at times. He's the faster, he has faster hand speed. He's the better technical puncher. So just throw more. In theory, you will land more.
It's just the worry about, okay, how do I get in position to land more?
I do think he's in position to land at some of these times. I just don't think he is. I think there's a hesitation there.
Yeah, it's the hesitation because you can be in position, but if you're concerned about what's coming back, you don't take full advantage of those positions.
Obviously, different sport and different card, but this is very reminiscent of the Kelvin Gastelum Darren Till fight earlier tonight.
Yeah, I'm not mad
where one
at that
guy
analogy.
is still coming forward and he's the better fighter, but he's just not clicking. He's not firing on all cylinders. He's not firing, period, and that is hurting him.
Yeah, this is
right hand there by Kovalev.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, it's on.
Left hook there by Canelo. Body shots by Canelo. Maybe he just needs to turn it up. Maybe he was just. It's the 4th round. Maybe he was feel out process.
Yeah. Sometimes maybe you need to get woken up.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes
especially they were literally sleeping before this fight.
Yeah, that's very true. We do forget they were taking naps, watching the main event of UFC 244. So, yeah, that could definitely be a factor here.
Foogatti saying a lot of shots on gloves. I think you're wrong, Foogatti. I think most of these shots are landing. Like that jab, most of those shots are landing, bro. Those aren't being caught on the glove. Some of them are, obviously.
Yeah, some are,
a good percentage.
But those jabs are landing for sure.
For example, Kovalev, jabs landed through round 3, 16 jabs. That's just not true.
I don't know about that.
And I'll be honest, partially landed shots still have an effect.
Yeah.
I think we forget that.
Block shots have an effect when you have a size difference like this, for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely. About a minute and 10 seconds left in the 4th round. Kovalev just kind of having his way.
Ooh, there we go.
Left hook to the body there by Kovalev. I like that. Kovalev opening up a lot more here. This might be a little bit too much here for Canelo Alvarez.
See, see Kovalev trying to defend. You see the way he popped his shoulder up, exiting on that angle. Worried about that right hand coming at him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whoa, with the bolo punch? Did he just throw the bolo punch?
That was nice. That was nice by Kovalev. This has been a really good fight by Kovalev, honestly.
Yeah, very. I mean, this is...
It's going to take a little bit of a momentum-shifting punch here, in my opinion, or combination from Canelo Alvarez to switch things up. Kovalev's in the groove.
Yeah, he is. Like, he's kind of hitting the flow state right now.
Left hook by Canelo lands, but, again, there's not a lot landing here by Canelo.
Yes, yeah. When you're a bigger guy and you got him out there on the end of your jab, it's like you you've got more time to recover from mistakes. You've just got that split second more
and that 6 inches, a foot, whatever it is, of space that he doesn't.
It's like
have
a buffer
on
zone.
Absolutely.
That you have. Yeah, you see that jab to the body, came back upstairs. Like, yeah, Kovalev is looking real comfortable right now, and that is the only way you score that round. That's definitely a Kovalev round.
Yes, I agree. That's again another clear round for Kovalev. I'm worried about my pick here, man. I should have went with my gut, man. My gut was telling me, dude, history tells you, smaller guy moving up this much never really goes that well.
Yeah, but I mean, Canelo is seriously like generational level talent.
Yeah, but he's also a guy that struggled against Ezelani Laura, struggled against Miguel Cotto, struggled against Triple G twice, lost to Floyd Mayweather, and he's moving up now 2 divisions after moving up 3 divisions throughout his career. So now this is his 5th division, okay? And fighting Sergey Kovalev, another potential Hall of Famer. This is a little bit. It's still a little bit different than Roy Jones, John Ruiz in a way. Even though John Ruiz beat Evander Holyfield, but that's beside the point.
I'm
Fifth round about to start.
Very curious as to what the commentary is like. Are we on a Canelo love fest in the booth?
We, me and you?
No, not us. No, I mean on the actual broadcast.
Oh, probably, yes.
Yeah, like DAZN has had some super trash bias commentary.
I'm curious if they're saying that, oh, look at Canelo just pressuring him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they've given Canelo 2 rounds now, Chris Mannix, and they've given him the 3rd and 4th round, which I would say are the better rounds for Kovalev. Because Kovalev, with each round, is getting better and better, in my opinion. So, Chris Mannix, the unofficial scorer of DAZN, has a draw right now.
Yeah, sorry, fam. I'm not with that.
Hold on. Usyk, what do you think about that?
It's bullshit.
Thank you. 1-2 lands by Sergey Kovalev. More of a left hook throwaway than the right hand landed behind it. The funny part is that Canelo is he is pressuring him, right? He is. I think he is getting close enough at times, but
he's not pulling the trigger when
he's not pulling the trigger when he good left hook to the body.
Good. Yeah.
But see, the thing is, it's single shots.
Yeah.
That right hand should have been following it.
Whoa, that was
a good right hand on the inside by Canelo. But Canelo needs to throw in combination. Throws in 2s and 3s, man. You're throwing in 1s.
You know what? Why is this kind of reminding me of what Triple G looked like in his last fight?
Nah.
Single shots?
But it was different. Because Triple G was going backwards.
True.
Getting pressed.
But
Canelo's not getting pressed in the same way.
Well, in the
Canelo's
Triple G fight, it's like he's doing things that look good, but he's not pulling the trigger at certain times. And when he is, it's single shots.
I think that's the only similarity, but the rest of the fight is very different. And I would say Kovalev and Derevchenko are not parallels anyway.
No. I'm not trying to.
No, I understand.
Yeah, just more so.
I think again, this is more of an issue of size being a major factor in this fight right now in the ring.
All right, Canelo's turning it up now.
And a little bit. I just think Kovalev is outboxing.
He's letting his hands go a little bit more.
Yeah, but Kovalev's still getting the better.
No, he still is, but it's like we're seeing more activity from Canelo. So I mean, that's something.
No, it is, but it's not enough to win this round. So
no,
far, in my opinion.
No, Kovalev's still winning this round to me.
Kovalev's going to need to take over the fight late. Oh,
nice
left hook.
Very nice hook.
Like I said, he needs a fight-changing combination or a punch here. If he lands that, he lands that. But it's going to take something like that. He's not. I think he's realized rather quickly he cannot outbox and maybe win a decision here against Kovalev. That'd be shocking.
See, I think one thing for sure Kovalev should be doing, which he's doing a little more. He's doing more than just jabbing now. He's throwing those lead uppercuts, body hooks and everything. Yeah, he's mixing the shots up, and that should be that should be the MO now, because you got to think Canelo has been thinking this whole time getting around the jab. Now, when he starts getting more comfortable or at least pressing the action more, now you give him a new variable to factor in the equation.
Round is over. I would say another Kovalev round.
Definitely.
Johnny and Foogatti in the chat saying that Canelo is going to take over this fight easily.
Perhaps. I'm not. We got to see it happen. But you see Canelo trying. At least he's trying to turn the pressure up.
Yeah, this isn't Canelo just sleepwalking here and waiting for the second half. Canelo's trying, and he's getting outboxed and beat up.
Yeah.
Canelo round, bro. He landed 1 shot. Canelo landed 1 shot while Kovalev ate him up with jabs.
Who said that was
body.
A Canelo round?
Foogatti.
Come on, Foo.
Foo, man.
Come on, Foo.
You have your Canelo blinders on, man. Trust me.
Come on, you better than that, man. You better than that.
That's come on. Usyk, what do you think about that scoring from Foogatti?
It's bullshit.
Thank you, Usyk. Again, that left hook landed from Canelo, but that was largely it. You don't win a round off of one punch, especially when you don't hurt that opponent with that one punch, or at least knock him down. You don't. Sorry. You just landed a nice punch? Cool. The other guy landed 30 jabs and landed to the body a bunch of times. Sorry, fam. That's not how it goes. Chris Mannix scored it for Canelo.
Are you kidding me?
Swing round, though.
Come on, fam. Come on, man. Come on. Like
now he has Canelo up on the scorecard, by the way.
You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me, man. Whoa. What was it?
Well, I think he pushed him low, and then Canelo kind of fired off a shot, and it was low, I think, as a result of the push down. So kind of just a my bad moment.
Whoa, that was nice. The way he...
Left hook there,
yeah.
Because if you Kovalev right hand after, it's right there. It's open, too.
Now, see, I think Kovalev is learning a lesson here right now that, if you using that lead hand to keep him out, that lead hand better be throwing a punch. He tried to stiff arm him and hold him at bay, and Canelo just kind of rolled off of it and came in for a body shot. Then he did it again. So, yeah, don't do that. Throw a punch. Don't just hold the arm out.
Canelo with some good pressure right now in this round.
It's a good body shot.
And it's funny because, like, anytime Canelo throws a punch, you feel like he can't take over, right?
Yeah.
But he's just not doing enough.
See, right now, I kind of got Canelo up in this round.
Slightly, yeah.
Yeah, So, yeah, if he keeps this up, okay, yeah,
Yeah, but to me,
but
like,
still,
I would still say you need to do more, Canelo.
But it's still not enough of a swing, I think, to go to the scorecards with any level of comfort.
No, if he fought at this pace and fought a round like this for the rest of the fight, they're still all close rounds.
Yeah.
But guess what? The rest of the fight wasn't close. Kovalev has been winning. Right hand landed by Canelo?
Hard to tell with that angle.
Yeah. Kovalev, though, still pressuring. 45 seconds left in the 6th round. Kovalev landing good uppercut right there. Right hand by Canelo.
I think did that look like that landed flush to you?
No, but it landed.
Yeah, touched him. But
yeah, in the same vein of, like, I give Kovalev credit for landing partially.
Oh, now those two body shots look pretty rough that Kovalev just took.
This is the first time Canelo has actually, like, put together offense in a round.
Yeah.
Or consistent work in the round. And Kovalev's having to adapt to it instead of the vice versa, where Kovalev is the one putting consistent work throughout the round, and Canelo has to
forced to adjust and work around it. Yeah, that's the
Canelo
first round I'm giving to Canelo.
Yeah, and that's the easy Canelo round.
Yeah.
But, guys, I mean, come on here. There's no way you gave those other rounds to Canelo. Fu. You high.
Fu scored that at 10-8.
Are you off your tits? Have you been smoking something?
Watch, that's a Chris Mannix scorecard. I'm going to say 10-8 Canelo.
You're going to be so foul. I'll be so upset. Yo, weak-ass jab. But, Johnny, you go eat that jab, bro.
Yeah,
what are you
for real,
talking about,
like...
weak-ass jab, bro? You need to go box more, Johnny, if you think, A, jabs are weak and pointless, or that you think that's a weak jab. Come on, fam. What are you doing?
Yeah, that was certainly not a weak jab.
10-7. 10-7. That was good, Foogatti. That was good. Yeah, clear Canelo round. I think he needs to extend this offensive momentum going and add more offense to your arsenal right here. Because whenever you're throwing Canelo, you are getting the better of it. You are clearly the heavier hitter, I would say, as well. He clearly has more pop in his punches. Maybe the faster puncher, at least.
See, I'm almost thinking, though, that Kovalev just... I think he's trying not to throw as hard as possible, like, overselling a punch, and then letting Canelo get in close and do what he wants.
Yes. He doesn't want to commit, really, and then leave himself open to a real counter from Canelo Alvarez, who's one of the better counter boxers, especially at least in the middleweight division. About 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the 7th round. Kovalev landing some good jabs here. Canelo not really as aggressive as he was in the last round. Landed some good jab there, though.
Yeah.
Again, Canelo, throw in combination, please, for the love of God. And, like, he threw in combination against Triple G and Jacobs.
Yeah, this is
Yo, they have Canelo landing more punches in this fight.
that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's not even
Like, you can maybe think that, like, Canelo's winning this fight, and, like, I think you're stupid, but, like, whatever. But, like, statistically, to put out a stat that you think that Canelo has thrown and landed more punches, landed more punches than Kovalev, you just aren't watching the fight, clearly.
yeah.
Or you don't know what a landed punch looks like. Because, like, that right hand, that was a landed shot.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been partially defect on the glove, but that's a landed shot, in my opinion. That jab landed. That jab landed. That right hand landed.
Definitely landed. Oh, nice one on the break there from Canelo.
I want them to keep this fucking counter up to see when they tally, honestly, because I want to see what they're scoring as a scoring shot. It's impossible to say that Canelo has landed more punches. That just is infuriating. And it's put that out as, like, stats.
No. I'm not riding with that.
Close round here, though.
I'm leaning toward Canelo in this round so far.
Really? I was going to say Kovalev.
Dissension.
Oh, the first time. Usually, like, me and Rob and Fu, we're picking scorecards all over the place.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy sometimes, man.
Somehow every matchroom fighter, UK Rob is always they manage to eke out those rounds, man. It's amazing every time.
Hold on, let me just.
I'm waiting for the angry tweet to pop up.
Any of you radio personalities think you want smoke? Call me Mr. Chimney. I want smoke.
Damn, man, sending shots to Rob over there.
just for no reason.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I get that round to Canelo.
I give that round to Kovalev, but that was a close round.
Yeah.
Johnny saying they really aren't. LOL. It's 75% glove, bro. Again, go box more. Go lace up gloves more, please. Please. I beg people to go lace up gloves more if they think those shots are not landing.
I mean, it's having an effect if you ask me.
Oh my God! Put on some headgear, on gloves. Go to the closest gym and ask somebody to spar with you, please, please. Eat some jabs and try to block them with just your gloves and see how well that works.
See
out.
that right hand that was some of the debate right there. Definitely lands, and it's a good punch off the break by Canelo.
Yeah,
that was really good punch off the break. That looks more of like an MMA thing, right?
He didn't get fully on the chin though. I think if he did, he probably could have hurt him. To be honest.
Oh, JB Smooth in the background. Every time I see him, I just want to laugh.
He is awesome.
That's funny
JB
motherfucker
Smooth.
right there. All right, here we go.
He was awesome in Spider-Man.
Yes, he was.
Digressing. 8th round. Canelo. I mean, it's the 8th round here. I mean, Chris Mannix has only given 2 rounds to Kovalev.
Yo, this is nuts. This is nuts.
This is rough, guys. I mean, a good right hand there.
Very nice right hand. Nice head movement by Kovalev
and
also.
lands the jab off of that.
Yeah, and like that combination where he keeps him to the outside. He's like he teases Canelo with getting in his preferred range and still able to get out and do what he wants.
Yeah, if Chris Mannix has it that wide for Canelo right now, I'm getting myself ready for a fucking robbery.
Yeah, that's kind of what.
And by the way, earlier tonight we saw in one of the decisions the Estrada Esparza, because that went to decision even though with the cut. One of the judges scored every round for Estrada in that fight, and that fight was a back and forth fight.
And
arguably Esparza was winning.
And the Kelvin Gastelum Darren Till fight, one of the judges scored a 30-27 for Gastelum.
Right, dude.
What the entire fuck was that?
We've had some really bad scorecards here.
Yeah.
It's
Chris Mannix keeping the tradition alive.
Mills Lane.
You know what?
Mills Lane, white people can't score.
Wow.
Hey, I'm scoring it just fine, Mills. But hey,
that left hand looked like it kind of opened up Canelo's eyes a bit. Yeah, I just is Adelaide Bird around? That's what I want to know.
Yes.
She's judging this fight?
I don't know if she's judging this fight. I know Julia Letterman is, Dave Moretti, and one other judge.
Okay.
I don't think it's Adelaide Bird. I know Robert Bird was reffing, though, her husband. Shout out to nepotism. And Julia Letterman, obviously related to Harold Letterman.
Right.
Rest in peace. About a minute left in the round.
Yeah, Kovalev cutting the ring off.
Doing really good in this round. And again, Canelo that jab has been the story of the fight, in my opinion. It has been winning. Man. It has been winning Kovalev rounds, and I think you are not seeing the body work. For example, the second Triple G fight, right, which was still contentious. People thought Triple G won off the jab, but in that fight, you can clearly see that Canelo was pressing Triple G, going to the body, landing combinations. This one's not that at all, in my opinion. Canelo is trying to adapt to the bigger, stronger, heavier hitter. And I think he's just kind of struggling here in a way.
Yeah,
he may be the better athlete because he clearly is the better athlete, but from a technical perspective, getting past a guy that big and that strong is just hard. It is hard.
Yeah,
it's not
round
easy.
For Kovalev, by the way.
Yeah, that was a Kovalev round.
Yeah. It's size is a big factor, man. You can't just pause, man. You can't just
Ayo. Yo, you should have heard Ant earlier, man. He had one that was wild, man. Whew. Foogatti finally admitting it. Canelo struggling now. Yes.
Wow.
We know, Foo.
You have seen the light.
We've been telling you this entire fight. He is struggling. And somehow Chris Mannix has it. Well, I think it was like 6-2.
Something like that. Yeah. He only gave 2 rounds to. Did
5-2.
they put up his scorecard for this round yet?
No, not yet.
Okay,
yet.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see see what he got to say.
Man,
he's right up trying to justify the lie right now.
Santiago, who has the same scorecard as Chris Mannix. Oh, get the fuck out of here, fool. We love you. But god damn it. You need to watch this fight again. Canelo, man. That activity rate with that jab is just off the charts.
Yeah, that jab is meaning something.
Finally, Chris Mannix gives a round to Kovalev.
Undeniable at this point. Even Mannix couldn't convince him. He was out there delaying. He was like, man, before I turn this in, how can I justify this for Canelo? Like, nah, pass.
I'm not gonna say that name because I don't know how to pronounce it. But somebody in the chat saying they're booing Canelo. Ooh,
wow.
Not surprised here.
Ooh, nice combination from Kovalev.
So a 3-piece or 4-piece right there from Kovalev. Man. Kovalev is one of those guys that really perfected the Soviet and European style of fighting.
Oh, no shoulder bump. Yeah, that's something I teach and, like self-defense and MMA stuff. Yeah.
And who cares if the ref is admonishing you for it? Just keep doing it.
Yeah, I'd keep doing it. Although I wouldn't want to.
Is their number stuck at 16?
I think the counter it's something that had to be wrong with the display because that's just nuts. We just saw him land like a 4-punch combination, and you got come on, fuck out of here, fam.
That was punches through round 8. I want to say.
Oh, okay, okay. But even still, like even still, it's not like okay. Something's wrong with the electronics.
Ooh, right hand there from Kovalev.
All the electronics.
Body shot,
good
partially
body
lands
shot.
there by Canelo. But again, he lands left hook. The right hand should follow up top because Kovalev is circling out to his left, and that's Canelo's right.
Kovalev just ate a couple stiff ones,
and then lands.
Yeah. Pause. Wow, son. Damn. Wow.
Ate a couple stiff ones, man. Damn.
Wow. What sort of show is this?
As one of our iTunes reviewers just said recently, the Democrat podcast, not a boxing podcast. Partially true. God, Canelo, man. I wonder what the perception of Canelo is going to be after this fight. Is it going to be, hey, you just bit off more than you can chew? He went up 2 weight classes, fought a Hall of Famer that is still really good, even though he's older. Or if the perception now is going to be, yo, Canelo's trash. You're 3-1 favorite.
Well, I mean, combat sports fans aren't exactly known for nuanced points of view. So,
really?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Man, that's quite shocking. Especially boxing fans too. Oh, they're the fucking worst. Love you guys, but come on, let's be honest. Digressing. About 10 seconds left in the 9th round, and Kovalev just having his way with Canelo. Pause, but damn, like he is just like everything is working right here. And again, the flow and just the comfort factor that Kovalev has. Like he's in a vibe right now, but he's just in the zone, landing shots. Is kind of slick with his approach too. This isn't a real static Kovalev. He's hunched over a little bit with a little bit of a shoulder roll too.
Yeah, and he's changing the looks a lot. He's changing the stances. He's mixing up with the levels of the punches and everything now.
And guys, when people want to maybe compare Yard to Kovalev, to Canelo now, go back and watch the Kovalev Yard fight and look how big Yard is. The guy is massive for the weight class. He could be a cruiserweight when it's all said and done, if not heavyweight. Canelo is a legit small middleweight. And I think that's apparent in this matchup.
Yeah.
If these two guys were the same size, could Canelo get the better of it? Probably.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that Canelo is the better boxer.
But the jab,
Kovalev,
but the jab and the efficiency with the jab by Kovalev is just remarkable.
It's not just the jab; it's the jab from a guy this much bigger than you.
That in combination, of course, yes. The guy that has a 4 or 5 inch height and reach advantage on you.
So his jab being the key to his victory. Like, it's going to play something.
10th round. Let's see if Canelo ups the pressure. Oh, Chris Mannix, another round.
Oh wow, seeing things correctly all of a sudden. Did he clean his glasses off or?
I don't know, man. Trash. He gave round 3 to 7 all for Canelo, man. That is blasphemy.
That's crazy.
He should be made to go back and watch this fight and recant that scorecard. Same with you, Fu.
I think Fu's already regretting things right now.
Fu is regretting it. You can tell.
Yeah, he's regretting things.
Foogatti saying it's not close. It's not near close enough if it finishes looking like this. I don't know, man. You have guys like you, Chris Mannix, already giving Canelo 6 rounds.
Yeah, so in
all he needs is one more round.
Yeah, on Chris Mannix's scorecard, he'd have to Kovalev would have to get a finish to win, or drop him or something,
or close to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to look at it again to be honest. See how many rounds. I think you only gave 5 or 6 to Canelo. Kovalev's head movement, a little sneaky here too. Credit to him. Ooh, good right hand
nice
there by Canelo. Good left hook to the body.
Yeah, good
combination.
Yeah.
Throw another right hook by Canelo. After
that one didn't land, did it?
No, but it was at least an attempt.
Yeah,
keep pressing, keep throwing combinations. For the love of God, why are you throwing just a single left hook all the time? Does he think he's Felix Trinidad or like Mayo Cotto with the left hook? They can just come in there and just chuck one up.
Say whenever someone starts feeling overwhelmed, single shots become
become a normal thing to see because that's all they can.
Yeah,
do.
you feel like okay, I can get away with this one, and you don't think beyond that.
Yep. Jimmy Quinn in the chat saying it goes to the decision. I see another bogus decision win for Canelo. I hope not.
I mean,
I think Kovalev has really put on a really great fight here. To be honest, this is another one of those career best performances by Sergey Kovalev.
So the homie Andreas Hill, who's at the arena right now, he's feeling like it's gonna get scored a draw.
God damn you! Love you, Andreas. But no,
Well,
I don't want that.
I would say I'm not being able to follow his feed while we're watching this right now. I can't tell if that's based on his scorecard or
what he
like
thinks
the energy in the building is.
Yes.
And he's definitely been around the block.
Or just being a cynical boxing reporter.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's been around the
hey.
block, so he kind of knows how these things operate.
Yeah, is there like a tint on this camera that they keep going back to? It's like
a
sepia tone.
DAZN always has at least one camera that has a filter on it, or it needs to be wiped or something.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a little bit of fog on that shit.
There was fight was it was a fight not that long ago.
That was rough.
I can't remember
really
what it was.
bad.
It was one of their bigger fights that had steam or whatever.
It might have been Canelo Jacobs or AJ Ruiz, to be honest. Those would be the only big fights. Was it Bellator card? It wasn't Bellator.
No, it wasn't. But no, it was a boxing card on DAZN, and it was like y'all wipe down the camera,
please.
Like
no one in the booth is saying something here. I want to know what Eddie Reneso is saying in the corner. If you're listening to the corner at all, let me know what the corner is what the corner is telling Canelo here, because I am curious.
Nice.
If they're telling him, hey, you might need a KO here. Step it up. Because that might be the case. Santiago saying, Matt, my mom wants you to tell you that she feels exhausted trying to cheer for Canelo. I understand.
Wow. Apparently someone at the UFC post-fight presser asked Dana White about an instant rematch between Diaz and Masvidal.
Well, that's what Masvidal wanted.
Okay.
Masvidal told Diaz we can run him back because
he's just being nice.
And it's a payday. I mean,
it's payday, but I mean,
there
was nothing in that fight that says that we need to see that again.
No, I don't ever want to see that fight.
There's nothing.
It was great one time. I think we knew what was going to happen, and we saw what happened. Digressing. Round 11, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, a little bit less than 30 seconds left in the 11th round. Kovalev, you can tell, is going for it, landing a good uppercut. Really throwing in combination here, trying to, I think.
Like Canelo's trying to force something, yeah.
Yeah. And I think Kovalev is fully aware, I just need to play safe here.
Yeah, just
and survive this
make it
onslaught.
to the end, and yeah, it should be good. But then again, this is Canelo in Vegas, man. You know, can you ever feel safe going to the scorecards?
Maybe not. You could be absolutely right. In my opinion, if the judges are smart judges, this should be an easy decision. For Kovalev. He can drop these next 2 rounds and win this fight, in my opinion. He should, at least. Because I've given, 2 or 3 rounds for Canelo. It's been a wide fight.
This looks like...
I'm going to feel kind of nasty with how wide it is against Canelo, but that's just honestly the fight that I'm seeing. I'm seeing a guy that's played second fiddle all night, really.
Yeah. A guy
He had that one good round. Honestly, he had one good round.
Yeah, where it looked like he might have been turning the corner, and then...
Just stopped.
Yeah.
Oh, good right hand there from Canelo. But again, I mean, Kovalev
is responding back with combinations.
And responding well.
Yeah.
Responding with good slick movement as well. Like, Kovalev's game has been elevated for this fight, you can tell. And again, the inclusion of Buddy McGirt as his head trainer has clearly been a gigantic move for his career. I don't think we see this version of Kovalev slipping shots, landing body shots, and overall just being the better boxer at times against Canelo Alvarez if he was with John Danaher.
Oh, wow.
Kovalev is down.
He's done.
What?
Wow. He was winning it until he wasn't.
Oh, my God. Wow. Canelo with the comeback knockout. Holy shit. Kovalev is out. Kovalev is done. Wow. Holy cow.
That came out of nowhere.
That was one of the most impressive comeback KOs.
That was an amazing comeback.
Of all time. Wow.
Good Lord have mercy. What did we just see? Kovalev was...
That was Chavez Meldrick Taylor like. Holy shit.
Kovalev was winning that fight, and then...
Oh my God.
He fell asleep.
What just happened?
Wow.
And damn it, Foo can be right. Damn it, Foo. And you know you shouldn't be right.
Foo should not be right.
I am.
That's what frustrates me the most about this.
Oh my gosh.
Chris Mannix right now he's like, yeah, fuck Mixed Combat Radio. Yo, wow. But you know what? I want to see what those scorecards look like. I'm looking forward to seeing what those scorecards look like.
Canelo Alvarez knocking out Sergey Kovalev, and most likely a comeback victory and knockout. Because us here on the show had him down significantly on the scorecards. God knows what the actual judges had it, because it's Vegas and they were awful judges. But wow, Canelo Alvarez destroying Kovalev off a dime instantly in the 11th round. Lands.
Wow, see that partially blocked left hook.
No, it was that right hand. That was the right hand. Off the clinch. It was the right hand off the clinch. There's that short right hand up top. Lands the left hook. Yeah. That stuns him. And then boom! Right hand. Clean as almost James Kirkland-esque in a way.
That was nasty.
Just
and he
drops
is all over
Kovalev.
the
And
ropes.
he's down. Kovalev is down.
Yeah, he's done.
He
was out. He was out before he hit the floor.
Wow. Canelo Alvarez, again, with a comeback victory that will be in the history books for all time. And winning is it the WBO? WBO light heavyweight title. Wow. Oh my God. I am in utter shock. Guys, call in 323-870-4051. Press 1 to get in the queue. Numbers down below in the screen, left-hand corner, right-hand corner for you. Skype Mixed Combat Radio for International. Give me your thoughts. I want your immediate reaction for that amazing KO. Wow. Again, Canelo Alvarez winning via dramatic comeback KO victory in the 11th round in the championship rounds. And
Shout out to the homie Jay Petrie who just tweeted, Canelo hit Kovalev so hard we all went back in time an hour.
Oh, hey, because it's daylight saving. Ha, way to go, Jay. Wow. Wow. I can't believe that. I mean, we knew. I mean, I said that very early in the fight that it does seem like if Canelo can just land that fight-changing punch, which he seems he could, this fight can change.
Definitely.
And it did.
Yeah, I mean, and really, like, wow. Canelo was trying to land that shot through, like, every moment that he pressed it, he was trying to land that.
The left hook, the right hand off the clinch. Those were punches that he was going throughout the night.
He established that right hand off the clinch quite early on. It was just a matter of getting in that position and being able to get around that jab. And then when Kovalev started mixing up other shots, but yeah, this is what he was trying to do. This was the point. He proved it. Damn.
Canelo Alvarez, pound for pound, #1 in the world.
If we're talking about pound for pound success, I'll give the same argument I give in mixed martial arts. If we're talking about pound for pound success, I mean success at multiple weight classes.
And he just did this in the dramatic way.
Because like the talking point behind pound for pound, like the spirit of it is, okay, if they were all equal size and whose skills would translate better and all that. Well, this guy is going into the different realms of weight classes and having the same success everywhere. So sounds like a pound for pound great to me.
Yeah, I think he easily just punched his ticket to the Hall of Fame when he already probably was a Hall of Fame fighter. But wow. And with the fight, the way it turned out, with how competitive it was, or I should say, honestly, how one-sided it was till the knockout, in my opinion, I don't see Canelo sticking around at light heavyweight and fighting Artur Beterbiev and Vajdic and Bivol. But damn, I'm excited to see Canelo drop back down to 160 or 168 and fight, Gilberto Ramirez, or he's back at 175, so not Gilberto Ramirez, Callum Smith, Jamal Charlo, Billy Joe Saunders, Triple G. These are all fun fights, and obviously,
cancel me out for the Triple G trilogy.
I don't care. That's still a bankable fight for me. So
it's bankable. It'll make money, but
I'll put it this way. No, hold on. I was gonna argue that Canelo Triple G is still better than even Canelo Charlo, but Triple G looked really bad. In that
exactly. I don't want to see that.
I don't want to argue at this point anymore. I don't care enough. Regardless, I mean,
I was going to win that argument, but continue. Yes.
Maybe, perhaps. We don't know. we will never know. But Canelo Alvarez, again, punching a ticket to the Hall of Fame instantaneously with that win, and obviously pound for pound status #1. And quick thoughts on the fight. Let's go to callers.
Man, greats do what greats need to do when it's time to be great, man. So he did it.
Yeah, let's go to Santiago on the phone line. Santiago, what's up?
Hey, guys. So, Canelo had his Chavez moment, even though it wasn't in the 12th round. Because believe you me, I thought Kovalev was having probably what was one of his career best performances at that point. He looked like he did against Elidier Alvarez. And, at this point, they were right. Because all of us had Kovalev up by a comfortable margin, with Anthony giving Canelo the most rounds at just 2. So I'm with Anthony. I'd be very curious to see what those official, quote-unquote, scorecards look like at that point, because I would not be surprised if they had it close or even comfortable for Canelo at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know how much erasable ink was used on those scorecards. Man, I'm
that
so
whiteout.
Yeah, man, I'm so cynical that I just have a hard time believing that Kovalev was going to see the judges and get a fair shake.
Yeah, man. I mean, at this point, Vegas is what it was to Oscar once upon a time. It's Canelo's town now. There's Texas, there's Mexico, and there's Vegas now for him. So, all in all, though, I agree with Matt too. You know, bigger, longer for sure. You could see that Kovalev was making excellent use of that jab. He was always the better mid-range fighter. Canelo's always had his struggles with guys that could be on their feet, lateral movement. Kovalev's defense, you know, was on point as far as I was concerned up until that last volley. So props to Canelo finding that one opening and capitalize on it, because that was probably the first time we saw him throw an actual solid combination set.
Yeah.
And, hey, you know, light heavyweight champion of the world. Sky's the limits for him at this point. He is a legend in his own right at this point.
Agreed, Santiago. I'm going to go right back to you. I'm going to briefly talk about the undercard, and then I'll jump back to you to get your thoughts on it. Ryan Garcia defeating Romero Duno via dramatic KO as well, but as a stablemate, but this time in the first round, not the 11th, and really dominating and destroying a guy that his own promoter said he was scared of. I mean, how big of a win is this, Anthony? I mean, is it purely just a big win because your own promoter was trashing you in this matchup, and then you came out here and knocked out this guy in the first round?
Yeah, that seemed like a middle finger to the boss man.
Absolutely. And you saw Oscar after the fight, all smiles,
yeah, could pat him back.
Up. Oh,
yeah. Garcia wasn't with that.
No,
he
you can tell, man.
That. He was not with that.
I am curious to see how Ryan Garcia does in a more longer sustained fight, because I do want to see more of his technique and his improvements, because that's what I want to see if he's been recently training with Eddie Reynoso and Canelo. I want to see those improvements. It was a one-round fight. Didn't get to see much. He landed a beautiful left hook when Duno had his head ducked and hit him right behind the ear. Equilibrium shot, put him down. Ref maybe a little bit of a premature stoppage, but you can tell his equilibrium was done, and he just couldn't get back up. Literally could not do it. Maybe if he wasn't even that shocked, to be honest. But I think clearly Ryan Garcia is better than this competition level. Step up is needed, in my opinion. Sinisa Estrada defeated Marlon Esparza via, I think it was technical decision when it's all said and done. I think there was a scorecard of like 90 to something, and it was really poor, to be honest, in terms of the judges. But it was stopped, obviously, due to that insane cut on Esparza.
That skull exposure.
Bro, that was nasty. That was disgusting. But this was really back and forth fight. The scorecards were not reflective of that. I am curious to see how Esparza does after this, because that sort of cut will come back in a career. That's too big, right?
Yeah, you got to take some time off and let that try to heal. But
Agreed.
Yeah, that's going to be a vulnerable point forever and a day for her.
Oh, absolutely agree. That's going to be it, though, for the undercard that we're going to talk about. Let's go over to Santiago, get his last thoughts on the undercard, and then we're going to head out here since we have no more callers. 323-870-4051. Press 1 to in the queue. International callers, Skype, Mixed Combat Radio, if you want to give your takes on the fights. Santiago, thoughts on the undercard, Ryan Garcia and Estrada defeating Esparza?
Well, I told you in my last call that this was to be the fight where I thought he would struggle, but this was the fight where we saw whether or not he did have improvements training with the likes of Canelo and his team. We saw him go over the hump and show us that he is above his skill set, or if he's already hit his ceiling. And I think he proved that in emphatic fashion, that he is pretty much ready for those contender fights. And, we really need to see him in a fight where we think to ourselves, just like this fight, there's a possibility that he could lose. I think Garcia's got the goods. The fact that he's at 135 now, I think is going to be beneficial to him in the long run. He looks solid. His speed doesn't look like it's been affected. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing where he goes moving forward at this point, because just like you said, man, De La Hoya looks so godforsakenly happy when he got that fucking knockout, I swear, man. I have never seen a happier cokehead.
Thoughts on Estrada defeating Esparza via technical decision?
All right, well, my first thoughts are, who did it worse? Me when I was high scoring the Taylor Prograis fight for you guys, me today scoring the Estrada-Esparza fight, or Fu and Chris Mannix with the Kovalev-Canelo scorecard?
It's close. I will say this. I think Fu and Mannix are worse, to be honest. I'll be honest. Though you're like almost like you gave Esparza almost every round, Santiago. Like you got to go back and watch that fight, maybe.
All right, so official scorecards were.
Hold on, quickly. Official scorecards for Canelo.
Yeah, I mean, try to read this handwriting.
Okay, it's. Oh my God, trying to read it.
They gave one judge had it a draw.
96-94 for Canelo.
On 2 cards.
96-94 for Canelo, and then 95-95. So it would have been a majority decision for
But it was
Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, close. I mean, it was close, but I just can't justify giving Canelo more rounds than Kovalev in that.
No, not
at all.
Sorry, back to Estrada Esparza.
Yeah, man, but I had it pretty close. I had it dead even at that point. I thought the 10th round was definitely going to be the deciding factor when they stopped the fight on the cut. And, you know, it's the damnedest thing when it seems like they forget their own rules, because when they were talking about, like, TKO because she said she couldn't continue, it's kind of like, wait a minute, did the referee not score that a cut caused by a butt or something? Like, you know, I don't know what the hell was going on with tonight, but... You know, I'm not mad with Sinisa winning, you know, East LA all the way at that point, but you cannot sit here and tell me that Marlon did not win a single round in that fight.
No, of course. Yeah.
That scorecard was as nasty as the cut she had.
I agree completely. Anything else, Santiago?
But you know what? Shout out to them being able to get their fights get set for 3 minutes. You know, I hope that this just keeps going and improves, you know, putting women on the same platform. You know, they were on the main card just one fight away from the co-main event. 10 minutes, 10 rounds, 3-minute rounds. You know, you gotta love that they're able to do this, and I hope that they continue to keep doing these kind of strides for them. You know, for me, it's been a banner year for women's boxing, and it shouldn't just stop at this year.
Agreed, Santiago. Thank you for the call. We're going to head out of here because it's late. We've had a lot of fights, and we've had double duty for UFC 244 and Canelo Kovalev. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the show, both shows. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe, patreon.com/Mixed Combat Radio. Hit that notification bell when you subscribe as well. I am Matt, the Hipster Hunter. Be back tomorrow with the full panel talking about all these fights. And Anthony, I'm sure I'll see you probably sometime next week or something.
Yeah. I mean,
KSI Logan Paul. I'll for sure see you.
Yeah. We'll see each other at that fight.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
At that fight.
Yes. Anthony, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at AntWalkerMMA. That's also my Instagram. Follow me, although I don't post a whole lot there. My work is on SureDog.com. Some of my old work on MMA On Point, and you can check out my YouTube channel, The Walkout Network, as well.
Have a great day, great night, great evening, wherever you are. Peace.